Welcome to the channel about plants they didn't teach you in school. Here, we don't talk about benefits, we talk about power, about what grows beneath your feet and shatters the system of dependency. The world you live in is sterile. You're surrounded by soft corners, warning signs, and plastic safety plugs. The system is terrified of sharpness, and today we're talking about a plant that is an embodied blade. Aconite, Monkshood, Wolfsbane, the one whose beauty is as perfect as it is merciless. In ancient times, they said it grew from the saliva of the hellhound Cerberus, who could not bear the light of day. This is a metaphor for the energy aconite brings from the other side, the energy of ultimate survival. The system labels it as the #1 deadly danger in the plant world. But let's ask a question. Why is it that what kills the careless has been a sacred tool for centuries in the hands of those who steered the course of history? We're used to thinking poison is a mistake of nature, but what if poison is simply too high a concentration of truth that you're not yet ready for? Today, we'll break down how aconite was used to create invulnerable warriors, why its molecule is a nightmare for pharmaceutical patents, and what price a person pays for the right to possess the icy calm of the gods. Let's look under the microscope, into the place the system doesn't want you to see. The active substance, aconitin. This is not just a toxin, it's a molecular hacker. It attacks the sodium channels of your cells, the very gates through which electrical impulses flow in your nerves and muscles. In a large dose, it opens these gates permanently, causing chaos and cardiac arrest. But in microdoses, mastered by ancient adepts, it does not kill. It switches the nervous system into superconductivity mode. Imagine your brain as a processor, overclocked to its limit. Senses sharpen to the point of pain, time slows down, and fear simply disappears because there's no processing power left for it. The system doesn't need people with that kind of reaction speed. It needs those who are slowed down by antidepressants. Aconite is the antithesis of modern consumer society. It demands not relaxation, but extreme concentration. It's biological tuning that turns an ordinary person into a biomachine. And that is precisely why control over this knowledge was seized and criminalized. Look at the shape of its flower. In botany, it's called a helmet. In folklore, a monk's hood. This is not just aesthetics. Aconite is a plant's armor. Unlike valerian, which opens you to the world, aconite closes you off. It creates an impenetrable cocoon around the psyche. In medieval Europe, they believed aconite protected against werewolves and vampires. But set aside Hollywood imagery. The vampires of the past are the same as the social parasites of today, people and institutions that drain your energy, imposing their will upon you. Aconite, on a biochemical level, makes you unpalatable to manipulation. A person practicing a connection with the energy of this plant gains what is called a vertical spine. You become impossible to pierce with pity, flattery, or threats. And of course, for the system, such an individual is the most dangerous virus. Why is it called monkshood, borets, or warrior? Not only because it fights disease, aconite awakens the warrior archetype within a person. In Eastern medicine, particularly Tibetan and Chinese, aconite is the king of medicines. It is purified for months, boiled in 7 waters, to tame the poison and leave only pure power. Why such complexity? To treat diseases of cold, what we today call depression, apathy, and paralysis of will. The system wants you to be warm and obedient. Aconite makes you scalding cold on the outside and burning hot within. It ignites the inner fire that burns away parasites, tumors, and most importantly, a slave mentality. Corporations will never offer you aconite as a cure for burnout. They'll offer you rest and TV series because aconite doesn't give rest. It gives the resource for a breakthrough. It forces you to get up and fight when your body says, I can't. This plant is the opposition to the very idea of a comfortable life. We are the descendants of those who survived ice ages, epidemics, and great migrations. Our DNA contains the mechanisms for operating under extreme conditions. Aconite is the chemical key to these archived records. It reminds the cells what it's like to work at the edge. By banning aconite and restricting access to information about it, the system severs us from our heroic past. We are being turned into domesticated animals who have forgotten how to hunt. But nature is wiser than any law. Aconite continues to grow in the high mountains, where the air is clean and control is weak. It waits for those who are ready to acknowledge that life is not a search for safety, but an endless expansion of the spirit. Aconite is a reminder. To become truly alive, you must learn to look death in the face without turning away. Aconite does not forgive mistakes, but it rewards courage. We are not urging you to seek it. We are urging you to find the steel within yourself that it symbolizes. The system can ban the plant, but it cannot ban the frequency on which it vibrates. The frequency of will, the frequency of clarity, the frequency of the warrior. Next time you feel the world trying to break you, remember the blue flower in the mountains. It grows where others freeze. It blooms where others give up. Be like aconite. Keep your poison for your enemies, your beauty for the sky, and your strength for those worthy of sharing it. The doors of perception are now open, and beyond them is a whole world awaiting your return. Stay true to your nature, and remember, true power is never given, it is taken by birthright.